Hello and welcome to another episode of our series where we're checking out submissions to the Dungeon Crawler Game Jam of April 2022. And this time we will have a look at Circle of Spore, a game by hephforgegaming or something. But before we look into the page and into the game, Honeysuckler drew near. Before we do that, just a quick note for those who haven't seen any episodes for that jam yet. There is a link down in the video description to the itch.io page where you can download and play all the games I'm presenting here. Everything is for free. You can give donations, but you don't have to. And there is a second link to a playlist with all the episodes released so far. So in the end it should contain all the games of this jam. And the very first episode of that playlist contains some descriptions about the circumstances for this game jam, like the rules and so on, and the definition of a dungeon crawler. So let's get to Circle of Spore, which already looks very interesting with these set of colors. Done for the Dungeon Crawler Jam of 2022. A small vignette in a garden of horrors. Use the keyboard to move. Forward, strafe left, strafe right, backward, E turn, yeah, Q. Okay, we managed. Yeah, so it's just standard. It looks a bit more complicated than it is. Okay, space, make selection. Alright, builds below for both Windows and Mac. Alright, so then let's download the Windows version, in this case 31 megabytes. So this is most probably not in Unity. And then look into the game. So here we are in the game, Circle of Spores. It's actually the second time I'm starting it now. I had kind of a crash the first time, and this game is actually made in Unity, which is surprising with that file size. So what you can see right away, usually I'm saying, okay, the perspective is too high, you cannot see the floor. In this case, I would say the opposite. I think the perspective is too low, you see too much from the floor. I think it should just be a little bit higher, or maybe a little bit more forward, so that you don't feel like a dwarf. But maybe that's intended. I mean, we are in some kind of maze thing and have some weird branch in the top. So, narration. You wake up splayed amongst the flowers, the blast having knocked you off your feet. How long have you been out? Your head is pounding. There's a nasty cut hiding somewhere in your hair. The floral fragrance from the surrounding garden smothers the copper smell of your wounds. You're all alone. Your classmates must have all dispersed in a panic. The seedlings probably have them by now. Tomoko! I need to find Tomoko! So these are not slime monsters, but probably like bushes, shrubberies. Regarding the controls, I mean, the page was saying that you can control with WASD and that works, but the arrow keys kind of work. The backwards key is not working, so I guess that's just an oversight. Regarding the controls otherwise, it's queuing up the forward button. You cannot hold the forward button though, which is fine. I think the step in between the tiles is a little bit too harsh, and the pause is taking too long, but it's fine. The turning, however, is not queued up. So if I go forward and right, it's not doing anything. I have the feeling that sometimes it does it, but it's probably just my imagination. So I don't think that it's queuing up the turns, and this really, I mean, you really feel it if you're doing like these angle movements, left, right. So yeah, so the first time I just went there, got this enemy, Honeysuckler drew near, and I tried to use item and get out of the items again because there's just an HP potion in there, and then I wasn't able to do anything anymore and had to restart the game. So let's use attack instead. We have slap and nothing else, so we use slap. Honeysuckler used slap. Yeah, I mean, let's try to get out of that. Okay, now escape works. But the arrow keys... Interesting. I was instinctively using the arrow keys again, and it looks like the arrow keys are working in that case. So also the arrow down, just that it doesn't do anything because we don't only have one spell. You used slap. You defeated Honeysuckler. But there's nothing. Ah, okay, there, apparently it's endless respawn here. Okay, I'm not going there again. And there's also some weird graphical glitches. There's probably... So I know this effect from editors, like in the build engine. In the build engine you have something like that if you have like usually two flat sprites on top of each other. Sometimes maybe also if you have a sprite too close to a wall. So not the sprite which turns with you, but the one which is flat and static. And if they are too much... Well, two flat sprites on top of each other, they will just blend back and forth, and this looks exactly like that. I'm not sure this engine, I mean it's Unity, but it might be maybe something different here, but Honeysuckler, I mean I can't do more than slapping, so let's slap. Defeat Honeysuckler, okay. Oh, okay, we only have one leaf left. Actually, let's use the item. Also, the honeysuckler is not there anymore. You used potion. An invisible honeysuckler. Okay. You have something in your inventory. It pulses in your hands and it looks sickly, but appetizing. They might come in handy in a fight. If you say so. You remember the garden pools, right? But there's Tomoko. In the distance you see a large crocodile lounging. Hell. Seedlings do affect animals. It looks strong. You feel the meat lumps pulse in your hands. The meat lumps pulse in your hands. Okay. Croco drew near. Attack. Let's slap him. Use slap. Use maul. Let's use an item then. Use potion. Attack. Slap. Use item. We might have unlimited potions. Attack. Defeated Croco. Also, when moving, there's always like... There's this step movement and then it sounds like a button press, which is a very weird sound when moving. You dully realize you haven't seen your friend Megumi. She had been close by before you lost consciousness. Did the crocodile? No, you can't dawdle. Tomoko needs you. Hungry for... You distantly hear moaning, the shuffling of feet. Slow. The rest of the class. Mushroom drew near. This doesn't look like a mushroom. This is a zombie kid. Mushroom used spore. Use item. Bloop. Potion. Attack. Slap. You defeated mushroom. Okay. Mushroom drew near. Attack. Mushroom used spore. Use item. I will just keep using potions. If we have unlimited, there's no need to run into any risk. The greenhouse. Surely she's here. Hungry. The spore blast started here. You had her hand. Hungry. You can't think about that now. Tomoko drew near. Oh, she doesn't look so well. Attack. Use slap. Let's slap Tomoko. Use item. Use potion. Scream. Use slap. Scream. I will just chug away the potions. Potion. You defeated Tomoko. Any second thoughts? Feet. I killed her. Hungry. You can't think about that now. Hungry. I need meat now. I need more meat. Hungry. End. Okay. Now we can still go on and explore the world. Okay, and now we have like the stats enemy again, but I think we kind of finished the game. Yeah, a very dark ending, but this has been Circle of Spore. Yeah, nice entry. Worked well so far. I like that. I mean, it is a very simple game, but I like that it received some kind of structure with this storyline, and with a storyline even you can make even something, well, small, being like making it into an experience, and I like that. Also the writing was quite decent, so that was fine. Yeah, as I mentioned, I think the perspective is a little bit too deep, but apparently also playing a kid in a maze in a garden something, so it might make sense. Regarding the movement, I would have liked that you queue up the turning, but that's pretty much it. So that was Circle of Spore by hephforgegaming. Hephforgegaming. Yeah, something like that. Cycle of Spore, and if you like to see more episodes, then make sure to either subscribe to the channel or check the link down in the video description for the playlist with all the episodes to this jam. And now the music died. Anyways, check the link for all the episodes. It should contain everything once once I'm through. At this point, I think there are about 10 games left or so. So coming to an end. And with that, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.